Hello YouTube, today I'm going to give you an exclusive in-depth tour of the thermal suite on board the Virgin Voyages ship. I was very graciously invited by Virgin on board their Brilliant Lady recently. It was just like a day trip. It was not an actual sailing. That also meant that I got to film a bunch of the areas within the thermal suite. I'm going to explain to you guys what exactly the thermal suite is, all the different areas within the thermal suite, and most importantly, this is where I get the most questions. How do I access the thermal suite? How much does it cost? What are all the different access options? We're going to go into all of that as well. But before we continue, I have a one-person travel agency called JustJoeyTravels, and I specialize in gay charter cruises like the Atlantis one. So if you're thinking about going on your first gay cruise, maybe an Atlantis cruise, make sure you hit me up at JustJoeyTravels. You get insider knowledge, expert guidance, and I'm newbie friendly as well. You can find me at JustJoeyTravels.com, or you can DM the at JustJoeyTravels Instagram account. All right, let's talk about what is the thermal suite. So it's around this concept of social wellness. So it's basically the heart of the spa, and it's a space where you can just chill and hang out. You're seeing the main area of the thermal suite right now. You can see it's a wide open area. There are various areas to sit down or chill out. There are some chairs scattered all around. Now let's take a look at the different parts of the thermal suite in detail. There are the heated marble benches area, which is kind of really nice. It looks wide open. There's all this area that you can sit and kind of chill and hang out and relax with other people. There are 3 circular plunge stations in the thermal suite for the warm and cold plunges. There's a pool in the middle. This isn't a plunge. The water is semi-warm. It's more just for soaking and chilling. And there's also a dry sauna, as you would expect in a spa. And there are a few showers scattered throughout the thermal suite for rinsing off as well. And now let's take a look at the steam room, the mud room, and the salt room. So when I was talking to the staff there, I really pinned their ears for quite a long time. There's actually a recommended order to do these 3 rooms to do a circuit. So first you're gonna go to the steam room. Most of you guys know what a steam room is. It's gonna open up the pores of your skin. Next, you're gonna go into the mud room. So it's about 46 degrees Celsius or 115 degrees Fahrenheit in there. It's a little bit humid. You go in there for about 15 to 20 minutes. You warm your skin up, apply the mud on your skin, there's steam, then you rinse with warm water, and then you rinse again with the cold water hoses, or you can do the cold plunge outside. So the purpose of the mud is to detoxify your pores after being in a steam room where your pores are opened up. And the last step in the circuit is the salt room. So this uses halotherapy or salt therapy for respiratory and skin health. It's about 22 to 27 degrees Celsius in there, 72 to 81 degrees Fahrenheit. Go in there for about 10 to 20 minutes. There's a start button you press and it activates the salt from the nozzle. Don't press the red button, that's only for emergencies. So that's a full tour of the thermal suite. There are other spaces in the spa as well. Primarily, there are several private treatment rooms for massages, body treatments, facials, etc. Okay, how do you access the thermal suite? This is the most asked question I have about any of these Virgin ships. So there are 4 ways to access it. You got 4 access options. So the first one is a one-time pass, okay? You get to access the thermal spa for 2 to 3 hours. I was just on the Brilliant Lady, and on that ship, those are 2-hour time slots that they have from 6 a.m. to 12 a.m. midnight. But I've heard that on some of the other ships, it's been 3 hours. So it's gonna depend possibly a little bit of the ship. It's definitely possible that Virgin might update the different ships as time goes on to maybe make things more uniform. But as of right now, the latest information we have is 2-hour time slots on Brilliant Lady, but it's been 3 hours on the other ships. It's $59 for port days and $79 for sea days. That pricing seems to be consistent across all the ships. I was talking to the staff at the front desk, and they told me that they usually sell about 25 to 30 one-time passes for each of the time slots. So obviously they have to control the capacity. The space is only so big, and there are other ways and other passengers that get access to the thermal suite as well. How do you buy these one-time passes? You have to buy them in person. So after boarding, go to the redemption spot at the front of deck 5, and then you can just ask for the one-time passes there. When you go to the spa to buy the one-time passes, you pick a date and a time slot that's available. So on Brilliant Lady, as an example, they had 2-hour time slots starting from 6 a.m. until 12 a.m. midnight. So depending on availability, you would just say, oh, maybe there's a time slot open for tomorrow at 10 a.m. to 12 p.m., for example. So you would book that time slot like an appointment, and that's when you would show up. The second option to access the Thermal Suite is a full voyage or an unlimited pass. This is literally an unlimited pass. When they were explaining this pass to me at the front desk on Brilliant Lady, I kept asking them, well, like, can you come and go as often as you want? Is there like a time limit for how long you can stay? They basically said, no, there's literally no limit. You can just go in and out as many times as you want and stay for as long as you want throughout the entire sailing. The cost depends on both the sailing and also the length of the voyage as well. Roughly though, it's gonna cost somewhere between $50 to $55 per night on average. So your average typical 7-night sailing, you're looking at something like $375, $380. Unsurprisingly, there's a very limited number of these unlimited full voyage passes, and they usually sell out on day one, the boarding day, if not shortly after boarding. How do you buy these unlimited passes? Just like with the one-time passes, you have to go in person to the redemption spot at the front of deck 5. Again, if you are interested in either the one-time pass or the unlimited pass, the tip obviously is as soon as you get on board, go straight to the spa as soon as possible before they sell out to get your own pass. So those are 2 of the 4 ways to get a pass to the spa. This next one is via the Splash of Romance package. So this is one of the packages that Virgin offers primarily to couples, and you can actually buy this via the Virgin Voyages mobile app before the sailing. It's something that you can pre-purchase before you go onto the cruise. Usually this is about $250, and the package is good for 2 people. It covers the 2 cruisers that are in your cabin. So this package also includes priority check-in and boarding. So with the priority check-in and the boarding, it means that you might have a slightly better chance beating some of the other cruisers to the redemption spot in person in case you want to get the full voyage unlimited pass beyond the one-time pass that's already in the Splash of Romance package. All right, the final way to get access to the Thermal Suite, to get unlimited access to the Thermal Suite for the entire duration of your sailing, is by booking a Mega Rockstar Suite. So on most cruise ships, including the Virgin ones, you get regular rooms and you can also get suites. On the Virgin ships, they call them Rockstar suites, but there are 2 categories of the suites. There's Mega Rockstar, which are the nicer suites, and then the regular Rockstar suites, which are not as nice. So only the Mega Rockstar suites get this complimentary access. So every guest staying in these Mega Rockstar suites, they will get complimentary access for the full voyage to the Thermal Suite. So this is basically the same as that full voyage unlimited pass that I talked about before. So specifically, the Mega Rockstar suites are the Massive Suite, the Fab Suite, Posh Suite, and Gorgeous Suite. These are only 4 categories of suites that are considered Mega Rockstar suites, and therefore the guests that stay in them, they all automatically have the full unlimited access to the Thermal Suite. All right, I hope you enjoyed that comprehensive visual tour of the Thermal Suite. I'm glad that I was able to go in there with my camera and just take footage of all the different parts of the Thermal Suite, and I wanted to bring that to you guys, and I hope you guys got all the information you need about booking access to the Thermal Suite as well. Again, if you're thinking about going on not just like a gay cruise, I am also a travel agent with Virgin Voyages directly. So if you just want to go on a Virgin Voyages cruise, it doesn't have to be like a gay cruise. So regardless, if you're interested in Virgin Voyages and just trying out the Thermal Suite on one of the regular sailings, or going on one of the gay charters that happens on a Virgin ship, like with a lot of the Atlantis sailings, reach out to me at JustJoeyTravels. Let's see what we can make happen for you. Until next time, bye y'all.